Have you been wondering what to get your RVing dad for Father's Day? Well, I've got the perfect list for you. Hi, I'm Jim and I'm half of the channel AirStreamer. Michelle and I travel around the US in our Airstream, living our retirement dream. And today I'd like to share with you, as an RVing dad, my favorite items for Father's Day. First up is a critical safety item, and that is the ETENWOLF tire inflator, which has proved to be invaluable in our travels. Let me demonstrate it for you right here. This air compressor has far exceeded my expectations. It comes in this great case, pretty high quality case, and it's very simply right here. It's got different settings for car, for truck or SUV, for trailer, for sports equipment, and preset PSI shutoffs for each of these, but you can override them with your own PSI that you want, and it'll remember those. It has an onboard large battery that's going to inflate a bunch of tires. It has all the accessories right here that you need to inflate different kinds of sports equipment. It comes with an inflator hose that hooks onto it so that you can blow up rafts or the inflatable kayaks. And then the hose is permanently attached. Comes along, I believe it's 31 inches, how it comes out to connect to your tires. All the settings and adjustments are available on this quick dial right here. You simply press the button and it turns on, it lights right up. And from here, you can select what mode you're looking for. Cars, trucks, trailers, sports equipment, air, bicycles, anything you need. Has an onboard battery meter, and you can adjust the PSI simply by turning this dial. Another great item is a multimeter, something I use at almost every campsite to check the voltage of the power pedestal for power for our rig. Helps keep all the electrical components in our Airstream safe. Let me show you how I use it. A really good thing to have in your toolkit is some type of multimeter. And I have this one by Ideal, but pretty much any of them will work for you, and it allows you to check the voltage and make sure everything is okay at the pedestal before you plug your RV in. So with this one, I turn it on and set it to the voltmeter, and then I have to set the range because it goes pretty into microvolts. I want in whole volts on this, and simply open it up, and the probes are right inside this. So we're going to pull these probes out. Like this. And then we're going to open up the pedestal right here so that we can get in there. And then we're going to put these in in fact, I'll check the 30 amp circuit. You can see, I don't know if Michelle, if you can see that right there, the 30 amp circuit, it's off right now, but basically one of these leads will be hot and one is neutral. So these two flat blades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these probes right in there. Just stick that in to where it engages in there. And then I turn my breaker on. And right there, we read 123 volts to 124 volts, and that's well within spec, so we're all good. Another great item that we found invaluable on the road are the Mopeka Pro propane sensors. They help me monitor the propane usage in our RV to make sure that we have all the propane necessary so we don't run out of heat at night. In an earlier video, we showed these and how they operate. With the fire pit and the Blackstone and our stove inside and our furnace all running off propane, it's very critical that we keep track of all of our propane levels. And we're using the Mopeka Pro sensors to do that. These simply magnet right on the bottom of the propane tank, and then through an app in your phone, you can look and you can check the levels as long as you're within Bluetooth range of these sensors. You can check the levels of the propane in the tanks. They say they're good to a 1% accuracy. Now, one thing about these sensors is they do stick down just a little bit from the bottom of the tank. And the sensors come with 3 aluminum spacers that clip to the bottom of that tank, that ring around the tank, and help space it up. What I've done instead is I've gotten a couple of rubber rings that are designed to fit right around the bottom of those propane tanks, and that elevates them just a little bit. The little plus benefit is it does cushion them a little bit, makes it a little nicer when I bring them in and out of the truck when I take them to a propane fill station. They're just a little softer to move around. And those rings and these sensors have really helped our propane management for our Airstream trailer. Another item that I've really come to enjoy having on the road is a power station, electrical power station, what's often called a battery-powered generator. Now, they're not a generator in the sense that they have a motor or anything. They're totally silent. They're basically a battery backup with a built-in inverter that you can power many, many items with. I've gotten the PECRON unit and have really enjoyed it. Let me show you how it works for us. Power seems to always be in short supply when you're boondocking, and portable power stations like this can really provide a needed benefit. Now, this will provide AC and DC output, and on the PECRON, as you can see, there are 5 AC outlets right here. Each one is a 20 amp outlet. 1800 watts maximum output. There's also a DC output area with a 20 amp, 5 amp, and 10 amp output. It also has 2 high output USB-C outlets, total of 100 watts for the 2 outlets. And a couple of our old style standard USB-A outlets, 18 watts total for these 2 outputs. Let's look at some of the charging options for this PECRON E1000 LFP battery power station. First off, there is an AC power inlet with a 20 amp breaker for quick and easy charging when you have an AC input available. To charge the PECRON on the DC input, there's a DC input charging right here, which has a 2-prong port and a switch for 8 amp and 20 amp inputs. We did test this PECRON E1000 LFP when we were at Quartzsite. Let's look at that.
So we've got the Instant Pot plugged into the PECRON. How do I turn this on?
So the power button that's right there, see it right by the screen? It's right
here?
there. Yep.
Okay.
You're just going to push and hold that till it lights up. There you go. And how much power does it say we have right now?
95%.
95. All right. And then you have to turn on the AC. See the button there, it says AC, and yeah.
Hold it.
Yep. And it should, there it goes. See, it just lit up a little different.
And the Instant Pot just came on.
Nice.
Okay, so then I just...
You're going to use, it's just like it's plugged in a wall now.
Yeah, so I just set it to, I want to saute. Start. All right. Look at that. Looks pretty yummy. Yeah, looks done to me.
It's great. But there are times when you need a little more power than one of those power stations can provide. That's when you may actually want to consider some type of a fuel-powered generator. Because I don't like to carry gasoline in the back of our truck, I've chosen a dual fuel generator so I can run it directly off our propane tanks. Let me demonstrate that for you right now. Dry camping last night at West Penal RV Park here in beautiful Arizona. Ran our batteries a little bit low, so it's time to break out the generator and get them charged up. We're using our new ERAYAK generator, and it is a dual fuel. So we're gonna quick connect it to our propane outlet on the Airstream. So I have a quick connect adapter right here. Got this off Amazon, works great. So we just attach it right on like this, and then just tighten it up just a touch. Then we can connect our quick connect hose to it. And I found these ones by Gas Pro to be really good. This has the little larger port. It is a 5/16 hose, which is really the size you need for this. next thing is to make sure we actually have power in the Airstream. And there we are. 121, 122 volts. And not everything has to be for safety or strictly RVing. One of my new favorite items that I've just received is a cocktail smoker. I really enjoy a nice cocktail, and the cocktail smoker gives it that nice smoked outdoor feel and taste that nothing else can provide. A few weeks ago, I had the chance to demonstrate the cocktail smoker. Let's look. Michelle and I are camping here in Oklahoma. Evening is coming. You know what's really nice is a nice smoked cocktail. I found an easy one, an electric cocktail smoker. Check this thing out. In here, there's a number of different woods and this electric smoker. How handy is that? This electric smoker makes it super convenient, super easy. You can do it inside. There's no flame. Works out really nice. Gonna make my signature Manhattan, but this time smoked with walnut wood chips. The smoker's electronic. You hold this button for just a couple of seconds, it'll light up, it'll come on, and now it's ready to go. The magic is a 22-second smoke time. Now what I'm going to do tonight for my Manhattan is I'm going to smoke the glass first, and then inside the smoke glass we'll mix up our Manhattan. So I press this, it'll start, it'll count for 22 seconds. It'll count down, it'll warm up, and it'll fill that glass with that delicious walnut smoke. Now my signature Manhattan is very simple. Just a nice quality bourbon, some sweet vermouth, some black cherries from Filthy, and some black walnut bitters. That's why I chose the walnut wood for the smoker. And our taste. Nice. That smoke is just that little bit extra to make it ever so nice. While I do like smoke in my cocktails, I don't like to smell like smoke the whole time we're RVing, especially being a full-time RVer. So something that's proved really invaluable to us as we live this lifestyle is our propane fire bowl from Outland. Let me show you why I like this so much and how I converted it to run off the Airstream's propane tanks. A lot of campgrounds in different areas around the country have firewood bans, and so we have really come to enjoy this propane fire pit, and it's worked out really well because as of this point we've not run into any campgrounds or any sites that are banning fires with a propane fire pit. This contains it very nicely. There's no kindling, there's no smoke. Did I mention that you don't end up smelling like smoke with a campfire like this? Now these come with a hose attached and they're designed to hook to a 20-pound propane canister. But for our uses, I converted it to a quick connect that then connects right to the exterior low pressure port on the Airstream, and probably your travel trailer has a port like that too. That just makes it incredibly convenient so you don't have to cart around one of those extra 20-pound propane cylinders. Sometimes out camping or RVing, the bugs can be absolutely brutal. Right now we are in northern Michigan and the mosquitoes resemble small birds. One thing we found that's invaluable in this type of environment, both in Michigan and in Oregon, have been these Thermacells to help repel insects. They work without chemicals. You don't have to put chemicals on your body. They work absolutely great. Simple fuel cell and these pads to help repel the insects. Let me show you how Michelle and I use these on a hike in Oregon. Now we've seen a few flying insects in that. It is cool today, but we are trying out our new Thermacells and seeing if that repels bugs. And really, there haven't been any near us.
No, I haven't seen any land on me or anything, so I think they really work well. But definitely, if you're hiking Crater Lake, whether it be spring, summer, or fall, it's a wooded area, so you're going to want to have some kind of bug deterrent for sure.
Backing into a campsite can be incredibly stressful, trying to find the right place to park and ensuring your rig is level, because everything in your RV works better if it's level. And something I have found to be absolutely invaluable in our backing up experience is the entire beach lane leveling system. There's the app on the phone that works with the levering electronic device inside the RV. We got the RV level one time. I used a level on the counters, made sure everything was dead level in there. And then on the app, the Beach Lane app, I said, this is level. From then on, when we back up into a campsite, when we're just about where we want to be parked, I launch that Beach Lane leveling app so I can monitor the level of the rig as we back into the site. We good? We looking square and everything?
Yeah, how's the level?
Driver's side low, 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, the Beach Lane system has worked out really great for us. And they've changed it a little bit where I can actually select both and we can look at both at the same time. Really, really easy layout. I've really preferred the Beach Lane to the other popular brand. Using the Beach Lane rocker levelers under the tires helps ensure that we get exact level right to left. Then after disconnecting the truck, I can simply level the front jack until the trailer is 100% level, and I know our doors will all operate properly, none of them swinging open. We're gonna have a good night's sleep because our head is not higher than our feet, and our absorption fridge works perfectly. Well, that's my list of some of my favorite things as an RVing dad. But what's more important is what's on your list. What would you like for Father's Day? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Jim, and for Michelle, this is AirStreamer. We'll see you down the road. A necessity now. There goes a chipmunk. There goes two chipmunks. It must be Chip and Dale. Is a power station, electrical power station, what's often called. I launched that Mosquito. Well, that's my list of some of the favorite things. Camera remote on the Apple Watch. It says it's trying to connect. We'll see if it can. It says connecting still. It's like it's unhappy. I don't know. I think I'm just going to press the off button on the phone itself.